company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Byrne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock in the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock in the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's a cold, rainy day here in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's October 28th, 2025. 3 days till we get to see the ghosts and goblins come out when it's Halloween. All right, Bock. Man.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Huh?
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Kenny Wilhite.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know yet. I'm going to be Turner Gill.
Turner Gill? Ooh.
Yeah. Recruiting guy, Turner Gill.
Recruit.
With the big red, what they call them, bell bottoms he used to have.
Those are bike pants.
And them tight pants he used to have on. And the bell bottoms at the bottom.
Those were bike.
Yeah, and I'm Turner Gill. Turner recruited me, so, that was one of the good parts about learning who your recruiter is, because he's the one that did most of the talking. And Turner Gill was a good recruiter to me. He sold the university. When you learn about him, how much he was effective when he played, a great quarterback here, also a great baseball player, turned out to be an excellent head coach. So, you always root for the guys that you meet first, especially Coach Samuel. I have a real good bond with him just by, playing with him, just, and him coaching and Coach Samuel's the type of coach, he will tell you all the business after you get out of school. Like he was, he always went to bat for some of the players that, that you probably didn't think he probably went to bat for you, but he was that guy who did it. Coach Sam is a, great coach especially at that Sam defensive end position.
Not only that, but the Russians too.
The Russians also. Kenny had a chance to coach with him at two or three stops.
Yep, Southeast Missouri State and New Mexico State.
How was that? New Mexico State.
New Mexico State was fun. It was, I was a volunteer assistant my first year, and then a graduate assistant my second year. But he called me one day and said, "Hey man, this is how you talk. Hey man, I heard about your injury. You done playing?" I said, "I think so, coach." And he said, "Well, I ain't got a spot for you this year. You come out here and you learn the ropes, and then next year you be my GA." I packed my truck about 2:30 in the morning, left St. Louis, and drove all the way to Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Yeah, stories. It's story time.
Yeah,
I can tell these stories now because we're not in school no more, and I don't care.
Kenny Wilhite in Tuesday, by the way, for those
Kenny
that don't
Wilhite
recognize
Tuesday.
the voice on the radio.
Yeah, they know who he is. Yeah,
Just want to make sure.
He's been here a whole month, two months straight.
You made a reference to dressing up for him like Halloween. I just want to make sure we know who we're talking about.
If they don't know it's Kenny Wilhite Tuesday, then they listening to the wrong show. Yeah. So I was invited to Coach Samuel's house
here in Lincoln.
Okay. when we played. He had a cookout for the guys, and me and Larry and some guys rode some bikes over there because that's we rode bikes over there. We get there, and the darndest thing, Bock, we found Coach Sam's liquor.
Oh,
and it's a joke. We was pouring it in Coke cans. We was pouring our Coca-Cola out.
And
pouring the
liquor in the Coke
in the Coke can, Bock, and we'll put some more Coke in there. But it was just a funny thing because it was funny because he didn't have no idea. He didn't. He was outside cooking. We was all gathered in the kitchen just doing our thing. But just one of those stories, Bock.
Did you replenish his bottle? You try to make it look like
no, they
he
did
hasn't
not.
taken it?
Hey, I don't know, Bock. You know me. I'm just blended in with everybody else.
Bock, they did not do anything like that. So I'm sure they cleaned him out.
Yeah, we probably cleaned him out.
He
probably, say, "Doggone it, those guys.
They got me. They got me." That's exactly what he probably said. But no, he was
down to probably the coolest coach
the coolest coach you would ever meet. I mean, he demanded a lot of his players, and then getting the chance to coach with him, he did the same. But he genuinely cared about his players.
Now, my position coach, we butted heads a couple of times, especially because we was both new.
Bowl?
Yeah. I really didn't like him at first because I didn't think he was fighting for me because, I wasn't given that chance earlier in the games. Not early in the games, but
earlier in your career when you first got it.
Earlier in the year.
Yeah.
I didn't get my black shirt to about the 5th or 6th game of the season. I didn't get to start. At least I thought I should have started probably before that. First game, INT. Second game, 2 sacks. Third game's another INT for a touchdown. So, I ended up the 4th, 5th week after games, I was leading the team in tackles, Bock, and I was on and I wasn't even the starter. So eventually I did end up leading the team in tackles that whole year, just with 69 tackles, because we got out of the games quick, not to boast and brag about that. But, there's plenty of games I only had 3 or 4 tackles. So, and I really didn't come on late to probably my first start, I had 10 tackles. Florida game, I had 10 tackles. Colorado game, I had like 8 tackles. K-State, 10 tackles. Kansas, like 8 tackles. So, it was just, things like that. I'm still grateful to be at the University of Nebraska and to come play here because, as guys that go through JUCO, I never wanted to take a Prop 48 because if I did, I thought I'd never play again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one reason I didn't take a Prop 48. And I was a Prop 48. I signed with Arkansas State out of high school. But I told myself if I don't play football, Bob, I would never play again. I would flunk out because I seen my brother go through that. And I didn't want that to be the same cycle that I went through or I had to go through. So I think that's why I just say I'm going to go to JUCO and take a shot at this.
Yeah. Prop 48 was never on my radar because I couldn't afford to pay for no school. There's no way I could have paid for schooling. So when Dodge came, I'm very blessed that Dodge City came through, and those 2 years were probably the hardest 2 years of my life. But I will never.
Not football wise.
No.
It wasn't hard.
Nothing to do with
life part of JUCO is really the hardest part about it.
But if you go in with the right mind frame that this is a stepping stone, you're going to use it to get to where you want to ultimately be. You got to handle your business, and you handle your business the right way. So that's the way I used it, and that's the way I looked at it. It's crazy we talk about JUCO because a guy I worked for at Emporia State. So he was an assistant on Jerry Kill's staff at Emporia State. Jerry Kill left Emporia State and went to Southern Illinois University, and he was fortunate enough to become the head coach. His brother, after I left New Mexico State with Coach Sam's, Dodge City called off me a full-time position coach as a secondary coach. I went there I got there in probably August, and then in December recruiting started. So Emporia State was in Dodge City recruiting, and the coach they sent was the head coach's little brother. He was an O-line coach, and I looked. I said, "Weimers?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Kenny Wilhite, coach?" He goes, "Holy smokes, hold on." So he picked up the phone and called his brother again, who had just got the head coaching job at Emporia State, and he was the quarterback at Dodge City the year before I got there, and he actually hosted me when I came on my recruiting visit to Dodge City. So I never took a visit. Yeah, I know we talked about that.
So I just landed and went.
So we talked on the phone. He goes, "How long have you been in coaching?" I said, "Only a year, coach. This is my first full-time position." He said, "I'll call you next week." A week later, he called me and offered me the defensive back coaching job at Emporia State. So I went there from 2000 to 2003. But he reached out to me recently, and we were talking, and then we went online and saw that, that he only had, I forgot how many touchdowns he had, but he was a throwing quarterback. I was a running quarterback. So I think he ended up with 9 in one season. I had 10 in 1 year. And then I sent it to him. He goes, "That's all you had?" I said, "Well, how did you get 9?" He goes, "They probably were all 1 yard runs." So, yeah, no, it's again, like you said. And then the recruiting process started, and coming here, playing under Coach Samuel, Coach Brown, and all those guys, and then working for Coach Sam's. I mean, that guy there is a special human being.
What airport is closer to Dodge City? You have to fly into Wichita?
No, they put me on them little puddle jump. Well, I flew
on a propeller plane.
Yeah,
so, one of those wind takers.
Yeah. So again, I've never flown before, flying out of St. Louis into Dodge City.
A lot of turbulence on that plane.
Man, never again. It was.
So I used to catch I used to fly to Atlanta, and then I wait and catch the plane to Columbus, which was a propeller plane. Which was only 30 minutes. But one time the wind caught it so bad, like I said, you know what? I'm just going to take that hour and a half drive and skip the little part of the plane and just hop straight on the big boy, because flying from Atlanta to Columbus was hell. And I can tell you that it was like us flying to Kansas one game, and we flew to Kansas and we got caught in a little storm.
Yep.
And so we had to ride and just ride. We were
circling around
for a long time, and guys were scared. And I think it was probably Rashawn first. I don't know if his road game he went on. I'm not for sure how that went, but yeah, it was he was kind of scared.
He particularly does not like airplanes.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't either. The night before getting on the flight, I usually stay up late, and as soon as I get on the plane, I put my headphones on. I try to close my eyes and just
Well, back in my days, I used to be a drinker. I would drink that way. When I got cut from Green Bay, the worst thing they did was put me on first class. Oh my man! By the time I landed in Atlanta, I was twisted as a rock. But and it was probably just the effect of getting cut, because trying to go somewhere and play a position that you never did, and I still want to ask them to this day, why would you put me at corner? That's probably one of the things I still have a question for somebody.
Well, I mean, probably looking at your film and studying you, they probably thought that you felt like you had the feet to play corner. You know what I mean? So they wanted to give you opportunity there. I wish they would have tried to put you at safety and let you excel there. But
I wish I wanted to learn behind Leroy Butler.
Leroy Butler.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Hitter.
I really wanted to.
Bock, you know who that is?
Oh yeah, I remember him and Darren Sharper. They had quite a safety group back then.
Sharper was back there. Craig Newsom, he was back there. Tyrone Williams was there. It was a nice little DB crew. I just didn't, I really. You should have seen me in one meeting, man. Coach asked me, Bock, and I still to this day don't know the answer. He asked me, Y plus X plus green equal what? He looked at me and said, Farley, so Coach, I'm a linebacker. We don't talk like that. It's either you got that guy or that guy right there. Either you're in the flats or you're in the curls or a hook or I got man. So that was probably one of the funniest moments of I didn't know what I was talking about football.
You needed to get in your playbook then.
Kenny,
were you playing video games back then?
No.
You didn't have a video game in your dorm room camp?
Kenny, I went to Green Bay in January. I stayed there 6 months before camp even started.
How'd you do that?
Off-season workouts. They paid us.
I know they paid us. They paid you, but did you graduate early?
No, I missed a year of football. I had to sit out a year. I set out to January.
Okay. I got you.
I mean, to December. I signed my contract in December.
Got you.
So in January, they just said, hey, come up here. Bam.
Yep.
Stayed in a hotel for 6 months.
Yep.
Didn't know for 3-4 months, Bock, that I was playing corner. So, didn't know that till we got to camp. Like when I went and worked out for him, I ran like a 4.41 on my first run. So I was out of shape for a year. And I told myself, hey, it's your last chance they're going to give you, man. So I ran good. I did my drops good. I did everything pretty good. And came out of that deal with a contract. And, I was going to go back. They cut me. They said, hey, just wait around. We're going to bring you back for practice roster. And I was too impatient. So I think probably a week before they did that, I signed with Canada. And once you sign with Canada back then, it's hard to get out of that contract.
Same here. I was like, I'm not waiting around. So I went up to Canada and it was a fun experience for me. So
yeah, I love Canada.
Me too.
I liked it. It's different reasons. Great football, pretty women. Canada was great. You always want to go places and learn things in life. And that part of Canada showed me a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I was fortunate enough my first 2.5 years was in the States because they had expansion teams.
Then you played for several teams over there. So you was in Ottawa?
No. So I started in Sacramento.
Yeah.
We started there. Then our owner had money. He moved us to San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Who scored the first touchdown in a football game, professional, in the Alamo Dome?
I don't know.
Me.
Okay.
Fumble recovery. Ran it in for a touchdown. Yeah. So, and then we started in Sacramento, then we moved to San Antonio, and then the Canadian teams were getting upset because on the States teams, we didn't have any Canadians on our roster.
Yeah.
We didn't have any Canadians. So they said they made a presentation to the owners in the States teams and said either you have 12 Canadians on your roster or you either fold or move to Canada. Our owner actually wanted to move to Canada, but he didn't know if there was a good destination for us. So that was a dispersal draft. Ottawa drafted me, and
I'm gonna name some of my teammates that you probably know you played with. Reggie Slack.
I played against him. He played in Winnipeg.
Don Narcisse.
Played against him. He played a sack. I used to have to cover that little. Me and him are friends now. That little dude.
Cadillac. Cadillac Williams?
Yeah.
So I played with him.
Yeah.
Willie Pless.
Willie Pless. D lineman.
Yeah, no,
linebacker. Yeah, he'll hit you now.
Yeah.
He will hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Leading tackle in Canadian football. Yeah. Mike Pringle.
Pringle was a running back. He was started in Baltimore. See, Baltimore had an expansion team.
Yeah.
They were the Baltimore Stallions. We played them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
The quarterback that played for the 49ers, Garcia. Jeff Garcia.
Yep. Picked him off. He played in Calgary, too, before he came over to 49ers.
Damian
Allen.
Damian Allen. Roger, who was that? No, Marcus Allen's
little brother. Played quarterback up there for a long time. So Steve Taylor was on my team in Ottawa.
Okay.
And then our starting quarterback was David Archer.
Mike Sanders,
running back from Iowa.
He played on my. See, I played on an old team. My team was basically we was the grandfathers of the CFL. But we probably the oldest team, and we was play you for 2 quarters, and after that, they run out of gas because they was old.
So Saunders was our running back in San Antonio, and then he came over to you guys when they had that dispersal draft.
Okay, offensive coordinator, Cal Murphy.
Yeah, we played against him.
Yeah, that's what my offensive coordinator.
Didn't Sarkisian play with you?
Steve Sarkisian played with me. Couldn't throw 15 yards out for nothing. He wasn't that good, but he was a great guy. BYU, I first met him. That was the good Steve Sarkisian. He didn't drink. He didn't do anything. He was fresh out of BYU. Good guy. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the black shirt. And Kenny Wilhite Tuesday here. We'll be right back.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Koppel Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Koppel is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Koppel Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at koppelcars.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki NAV, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to nav your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is K-Dub Tuesday. If people don't know who K-Dub is, it's Kenny Wilhite, and we're going to start using that as his radio handle. K-Dub. K-Dub. Number 19 in the house. All right, y'all. Everyone has an opinion about this, but I'm jealous.
What you jealous of?
I'm jealous of the fact that Nebraska is wearing all black. When I say that, that's one of the things that Coach Osborne didn't go for us. He wasn't a color coordinated type of guy. He didn't want us to do that type of thing. But as a player, it's pretty damn dope to see them. I don't think in the
90s it was prevalent. I don't think people were wearing alternate uniforms in the 90s.
Yeah,
they took the stripes off you guys' pants.
Yeah.
They took the stripes off. You guys wore all white pants, solid white and solid red pants. But other than that, I don't think other alternate uniforms were really in back then.
Yeah. But as a player, a former player, I think it's pretty badass that they get to do it. You know, I will have on my black Saturday, but it's probably going to be a big black jacket because it's going to be 30, probably about 36, 37 degrees out there that night. Kenny, what do you think about the all black that's happening this weekend? Blackout is what they calling it. Last time they tried it, I don't think everybody was color coordinated. But
I don't think it's going to be that way again this weekend. But because most of those people have red coats. I was going to check the weather, but the uniforms are sweet. I can't say that they aren't. I think it's a good deal for the kids for recruiting purposes because a lot of schools are doing it. I mean, when I was hoping they kept it under wraps until Saturday, but they posted it right away on Monday. Just seeing the pictures of them right away on Monday, they're slick.
Yeah, I got this post off Twitter. It said, "I've worn red in that stadium for 38 years straight."
Yeah.
That ain't changing now.
See?
That's right.
Again, you're dealing with an older fan base who doesn't really buy into that. If it was a younger fan base, I mean, I'm sure other schools have younger, older fan bases that, you know, if you look at it like other schools, when you see their blackouts, everybody's wearing black. Like Iowa last weekend, they wore all those all black, and everybody in the stadium had on black.
Well, you better order 95. You better order 85,000 black T-shirts and just put them in the seats. I mean, that's probably
that's the only way.
One reason we probably would be able to do that because you know you can't. I mean, big time. I don't think they're a bunch of old haters. They're just not going to change their ways.
I'm not calling them haters. I just like I said, most of it's all red every week.
Yeah.
So everybody has red in their closet because that's what Nebraska's is red.
Yeah, you're right about that. So I mean, I hope it do work. I mean, I think it would be awesome. First time for me ever going to a blackout or any kind of whiteout or any kind of thing in college football. Hopefully I will be able to stay for the whole game. I don't know if that is going to be the case, but I'm looking forward for this year. I mean, I like to see different teams play live, and watching this USC team is probably one of the things on my bucket list. I mean, I still have a bucket list of wanting to go out to the Coliseum and watch them play. I also want to go to Oregon. I also want to go to Washington. I also want to go to Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? So
Y'all didn't play Washington?
No,
y'all didn't.
We played Arizona State.
That's right. Well, we played Arizona State and Washington.
So we played Washington State here.
Yeah.
And then we played Michigan State out of Michigan State, and we played Oklahoma State, and the rest of them mostly at home though.
Kenny, how did because I know you worked in the recruiting offices. We can talk about how it affects the players, because you always hear that the alternate uniforms for the players. But I know you were there for several years. How did the alternate uniform discussion develop and change throughout the years? Because I remember when they did it at the first time, I think it was like 2012. It was quite a big deal to go against tradition. And then you would think, year after year when they would do it, that maybe some of that would die down. Do you recall?
No, I think I got here in 2014, and that was my first year back. And when they announced what uniforms we were going to wear, I think one of the coaches came in with the uniform on, and the players went nuts. So every year, just knowing that that Adidas would create an alternate uniform, and when they put it on the mannequin and the players saw it, they loved them. I mean, I don't think there was one uniform that I was there that 9 years that the players did not like the uniforms. It was the helmet the most that they really liked, especially, the different colors, the matte and all that. They really enjoyed it. I think the players enjoyed it. Again, it's a recruiting tool. It's something that the players look forward to every year, the alternate uniform. Again, I just know this fan base, they're huge on tradition, and I don't think they won't change. I mean, that's not change. It's just 1 week out of the year that you wear it. But I think they're so stuck in their ways that, like I said, if you go in half these people's wardrobe, they may have a black shirt, but as far as a coat on a cold day or sweatshirt, it's going to be red. So hopefully they, you get some that do it for this one game. But we'll see. But again, going back to your question, the players loved it. I mean, just seeing those helmets, those uniforms, and watching those players' eyes light up to be able to wear those for one game, it was something special for the kids.
I think when we talk about it's different coaches that allow you to do it. I think Coach Osborne was just one of those old school guys that no nonsense guy that didn't want to even hear the recommendations we tried to give him. He shot it down so fast it was like next comment. So we didn't have a
next question.
We didn't have a chance to really debate about it. I mean, we would debate about what movie we was watching Friday night more than we'll debate about anything else that went on the football team.
Kenny, did you guys, I'm trying to think of the time, did you guys wear all reds or anything different at one time?
We wore, and Rob Zadiska, one of my teammates, he was an old lineman, on Doc Talk on X. We wore all whites at Iowa State. And
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. So, from that point on, Coach Osborne said, "We're not wearing all whites again." I mean, it was kudos to Iowa State. Again, we coming off that big game against who we played the week before, and then went over there and they had a quarterback that rushed for 175 yards. It was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And we all looking at each other on the sideline, because Coach McBride really, he could make adjustments to anything on the sideline. But it was mostly, and looking back on that film, on that game, and watching how many guys, one tried to be the hero, out of position, lane, you know what I mean? Staying in your lane, staying in your gap on defense, and then we couldn't get nothing going on offense. They were the better team that day. They executed their game plan better than we executed ours. But that was one of the toughest losses that I've ever experienced in my life. And then that bus ride home was even worse. So, yeah. So he said, we're not wearing white again.
Old Dad 34 says, if it's cold Saturday night, we won't see black. We will see brown Cohort jackets.
Well, he's probably right.
Yeah.
Unmasked Texas says, 43, you should still listen to Dr. Term. I do. I think one of the things people ought to understand is that when I was ready to stop drinking, that's the first person I called. That's the first person I knew that could point me in the right direction, who could offer me. Yeah, he's the first person I called. I said, Coach, I'm ready. And I met with him, and then I met with Ricky a couple of days later, and 10 years later, here I go, a new and improved number 43.
Proud of you. Again, people don't, I mean, you hear about the stories. If you haven't spent time with him, or, if you weren't a player for the university during his tenure, you don't realize what that man has done for, not only for myself, but
thousands
Farley,
of guys.
but thousands and thousands of guys. I'm not talking about just starters. I'm not talking about his best players. I'm talking about every kid on his roster, what he has meant to them, and the stories that they have about him, how he's been there for them, and then to tell your kids, for me personally, he saved my life. So the things you hear about him, it's not just fabricated. It's not just made up. It's real, true love that he had for the number one player on his team, to the 225th player on his team, the last person on the team, the first person on the team. He genuinely cared about you as an individual, and I will cherish that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that psychiatrist stuff did work on it. It worked. It worked.
So before we go to break real quick, that reverse psychology he used to use on us, man,
it worked.
It worked.
It worked. You be sitting there like, what?
Yeah, like,
you made your bed. Now it's time to lay in it. Oh my God.
Yeah, he can get to you now.
All right, y'all. Kenny Wilhite, K-Dub.
Thank you.
Tuesday here at 93.7 The Ticket on Bock in the Blackshirt. We'll be right back.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki NAV, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to NAV your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Rick Heyman here from Starter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Starter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at starterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
If you're a business owner, I want you to think about the amount of time you've spent worrying about safety and security. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies design custom solutions for security, communication, and so much more. From automated security to secure video conferencing, their team sits down with you to get to know you and what your business needs. Manage your operations and get notified when there is suspicious activity. Save time and cut back on stress. Diode Tech always keeps you in the know. Contact them today at 402-793-5124.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. For tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Bonsall Pool & Spa's annual Spooktacular sale is here. Now through November 1st, get an extra $1,000 off hot tubs at an already low sale price and get $500 off the already low sale prices on infrared and traditional saunas. All hot tub water care products and accessories are also for sale for the Spooktacular sale, now through November 1st at Bonsall Pool & Spa at 33rd and Highway 2. Call for more info at 402-488-0148 or visit bonsallpool.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is K-Dub Tuesday in the house. And a little later on in the show, we're going to give some Maroon 5 tickets out to one of our questions. So just check back in with us in a little while, and we'll be giving them out. But right now, Bock got something for you.
Yeah, it is time for the Cash Blitz keyword, the IBA $1,000 cash contest keyword. That is, text the word I give to you into 508-777-1000 or head to our website, theticketfm.com, and click on Cash Blitz to enter. I'll give you a second to pull out your phone or open the website. Once again, the number you need, 508-777-1000. And the word for today on Bock and the Blackshirt is coin. That's coin, spelled C-O-I-N. Remember, every keyword you enter is another chance to win. One lucky listener will take home $1,000 tomorrow around noon. Don't wait. Get that keyword in now. One final time, coin, C-O-I-N, to 508-777-1000.
All right, Kenny, question from Gus Mohawk for me and you. With both of you guys being JUCO transfers, what are your thoughts on the ceiling of Singleton, being that he played JUCO ball, Kansas JUCO ball, and is now a Blackshirt? Also, have you seen Last Chance U when they were in Kansas?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be on staff when we recruited Singleton. He was out of Hutchinson Junior College. To watch that kid continue to grow and get better and work on his craft it's been fun to watch. I think the ceiling is still there for him. And he continues to get better week to week and, make tackles and make plays and control that back end for us. He's done a really good job. As far as Last Chance U, it started with East Mississippi Junior College and then went to Independence. And the guy who was the head coach at Independence,
JB.
I couldn't have played for him. I'm just going to be
glad I wasn't at Independence.
Exactly. I mean, the way he handled it, a guy's going to do it their way. They're going to do it their own way, do what they think is best for their program. But me personally, I could not have played for him. Just the way he was handling the players and the way he talked and all the things he did. So kudos to the guys that stuck with him and played for him. And that's the reason why he's no longer in the coaching profession, because in this day and age, you can't do that.
All right. For me, I love JUCO.
I loved it. Yeah.
When you talk about a part of my heart goes right here to JUCO. This part goes.
They can't see
Nebraska.
That. Is he drawing a heart?
Half of this part, Bock, is JUCO, and this other half is Nebraska.
Where's the Georgia Bulldog at?
That's in the blood.
Let me see.
Okay.
It's
in the blood.
different.
So
It's different when you're born somewhere that has ballers in it.
For all the listeners that you can't see this preschool heart he drew,
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's 3/4 Nebraska.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
So
Yeah.
they can't see this.
yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
They can hear.
Yeah.
You know,
So it's 3/4 Nebraska. To me, I'm going to say it's even, because again, if it wasn't for JUCO, I wouldn't have been able to make it to Nebraska.
It's
So-
basically a half a heart.
No, it's not half, bro.
Yeah,
Well, we know you didn't pass art. That's for sure.
yeah. I flunked music appreciation.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord. No, again, the Last Chance U is I think it was a good series. It's just unfortunately that the Independence one I didn't care for too much just because of the way he handled.
Hold on, don't you talk about Independence?
No, not the JUCO itself.
Talk about
just,
old dirty Dodge City.
not the JUCO itself. It's just the coaching and the way he handled.
I mean he led. Didn't they win the national title at Independence with him?
I think they lost.
Yeah, something. But they was able to get a new stadium, new practice facilities. I have a friend who's actually still live. I mean, he played with me in JUCO. He still lives in Independence.
He lives in Independence?
Yeah.
Is he black?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Did you well when I say that, I mean Independence was a big part of me though, Bock. Just going there, helping them. We went to the playoffs for the first time in 20 years, beating Coffeyville. Then we went up to Garden City and got smashed. But, just being able to do what I did in junior college and still have my picture up there in the gymnasium at Independence, it's still a good thing because, it's where I got my start from, especially coming from Georgia and then going way up to Kansas. But it was a good start. I love everything about Independence. I would never take anything back. The bad days are the good days, but, Monty G in Kansas says, what were your coaches like at JUCO, your JUCO school, seeing that they barely made any money other than the head coach? Do you like your position coaches? Did you like your position coaches? For me, the guy who recruited me, James Shebest, he's at the University of Purdue right now. He's a special team coordinator. We had another coach, Mike Smith. My head coach, he passed away a couple of years ago. We did look him up. But it was, I think when you talk about JUCO coaches, they sacrificed a lot. No payroll, no, barely have a team doctor, somebody to tape you. When you look at it, you had to ride a bus 8-9 hours if you wanted to go play Dodge City, Garden City, places like that, when it's 6-7 hours away. And, just the dorm life, it was pretty bad itself. So,
So you lived in a dorm. My first year was in a trailer.
Oh, wow.
No. Let me take that back. My first year was in a dorm. My second year was in a trailer. Yeah, they put the sophomores in the trailer, which is across the parking lot from the dorm room. Yes. So my position coach specifically was the head coach because we ran the option. He's the one that recruited me. Again, that guy, I owe that guy a tremendous amount. We're taking a chance on a 5'7.5" kid, 155 soaking wet, to be a starting quarterback as a freshman. Again, he's still living today. The receivers coach was real close to me, and the running backs coach was real close to me, and both of them. The receivers coach passed away. The running backs coach is still living, and then there was only one black coach on staff, and he was from Oklahoma. He was a linebackers coach. He pretty much told me when I got there, because you test out. I ran a 4.3 on the gym floor, vertical 30, and then we went to the weight room. I couldn't do the bar with 45 pounds on each side. He said, "Oh, you weak. We gonna kill you tomorrow." I said, "Listen here, bro. I never lifted a weight in a day of my life." I said, "But I will tell you one thing. Your running backs won't touch me tomorrow." I said, "When we put them pads on, they will not touch me." So in JUCO, I don't know if y'all did this, but we had 3-a-days.
No,
we went 7 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and 7 at night. So we had 3-a-days. So the first day in pads, first 3 plays was touchdown. I wrote it out. We ran the option. A lot of you guys don't know what the option is, but you have a run read. If that DN bites on that run, you pull it, and then the pitch man is outside the tackle. And, you ball fake him, and the linebacker come over too fast, scraping over the top, or he ain't fast enough to get you when you run that alley. It's a wrap. So the first 3 plays was touchdowns. I came back to him. I said, "What do you say now?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, you're going to be pretty good."
They had this, well, for me, man, it was kind of funny because the guys kind of figured it out before I did. My coach threw in this thing on defense where we just go to blitz to the formation. It was called BTF. And then guys would say, "You think blitz to the formation means that? It means blitz Terrell Farley. We're not dumb." So those guys used to kill me. Like that's how I had like 15 sacks, Bock. 15, 16 sacks at JUCO because I was blitzing damn near every play.
Same thing you did here. Same thing you did
I
here.
mean, Bock, I who can't cover? My covering skills was good. I mean, time you think I led the team in interceptions too, Kenny.
I know, but probably half that was in zone, bro.
Yeah, but I can check man.
Tip passes.
No, but get out of here. No, Monty G, I still have that brown Garden City hat. I just don't have a brown cohort jacket. So it's kind of hard to wear a brown hat when you don't have brown clothes. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like I've worn the hat several times. Even Bock seen me wear the hat.
Oh, yeah. So
I still have the hat. I thank you for the hat, and I won't throw it away because it was given to me. He says TJ Slansky
played at Garden City.
Yeah,
he was a teammate of mine.
Okay, went to Nebraska 91, 92. Okay,
I played against. I played against him, and he was a teammate. He was on Nebraska's roster with me.
Best player overall at Garden City you ever seen you play with?
That I played against at Garden City?
Played with at Garden City.
I played at Dodge
City.
His name was John Brown III. He was the tallest receiver. He was 6'4", about 215, and ran a 4.2 on the gym floor.
Yeah. Ruben Patterson.
He went to Houston. He was a receiver for Andre Ware.
Yeah, Ruben Patterson.
Oh, he
self-proclaimed Kobe stopper. I watched him score 62 points in the JUCO game. He was a good friend of mine. We went to JUCO for 2 years, had fun with him. That's what I got. 93.7 The Ticket. When we come back, we're going to start some football talk here on Kenny Wilhite Tuesday, K-Dub Tuesday, Bock in the Blackshirt.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Cobble Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Cobble is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Cobble Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at lincolnstars.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, scattered showers likely throughout the day. It'll be windy and cool with a high of just 49. Tonight, a chance of showers will be windy, the low around 42. Tomorrow, a chance of showers in the morning, otherwise partly sunny and windy, the high in 52. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock in the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
I like to stand up.
You were sitting the
Stand
last.
up.
You were sitting the last episode.
Stand up. Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket. This is Bock in the Blackshirt with special guest K-Dub Tuesday is in the house. Guys, we need to talk a little football when we talk about what we're going to talk about this weekend. Ranking the Big Ten games in Week 10, Bock, you know who is number one, Nebraska versus UCLA versus Nebraska.
USC player.
Now, why I keep saying,
Because that's
we
next-
need to take one of them out the Big Ten.
No, we
Bob.
don't.
Both of them can't be in there.
Yeah, they can.
Just one. I'll take USC.
USC.
All right, USC versus Nebraska. All-time games, Bock, is 0-4-1.
That's right. Haven't beat them yet.
We haven't beat them yet. 0-4-1. Might be 1-4-1 this weekend, or you could be 0-5-1, or 0-4-2.
Yeah. No, you
believe
can't
that.
tie. You can't tie anymore in college, player. You can't.
You
tie.
can't.
You can't tie anymore.
All right.
I think the only tie, by the way, was the 70 national championship team. Fun fact. So, yeah, 21-21, 1970.
All right, when we round out the rest of the Big Ten ranking games this weekend, Penn State and Ohio State comes in at number 2, which I don't think is that good of a game right now when we talk about that part of it.
Well, there are some. It's a little bit lopsided here and there with this week's Big Ten slate. So this was one that obviously at the beginning of the year was supposed to be one of the top 5 games of the season, and now we'll see if Penn State's got any punch left in them.
Is it at Ohio State?
Yes.
Is that Ohio State?
Yep.
It's in the shoe.
Rutgers at
Trouble.
Illinois, number 3. Indiana, Maryland, number 4. Purdue versus Michigan, number 5. And Michigan State versus PJ Fleck and row your boat.
We just got their boat rowed last week.
That's interesting. They got that as the lowest ranked game, yet it's the closest spread. Minnesota only favored by 3.5 in that one.
All right, guys. Nebraska has lost 28 straight games against AP ranked teams. Will that streak end Saturday? This streak goes all the way back to 2016. Right here, you lose 35-32 to Oregon, then 16. It goes Wisconsin 23, Nebraska 17. 2016, Ohio State 62-3. Wisconsin 2017, 38-17. 2017, Ohio State 56-14. 2017, Penn State 56, Nebraska 44. 2018. Michigan 56, Nebraska's 10. 2018, Wisconsin 41, Nebraska 24. 2018, Ohio State, Nebraska and Ohio State.
Take a breath here. You got plenty of games left.
2019, Ohio State 48-7. 2019, Wisconsin 37-21. 2019, Iowa 27-24. 2020, Ohio State 52-17. 2021, Oklahoma 23-16. 2021, Michigan State 23, Nebraska 20. 2021, Michigan 32, Nebraska 29. 2021, Ohio State 26, Nebraska 17. 2021, Wisconsin 35, Nebraska 28. 2021, Iowa 28, Nebraska 21. 22, Oklahoma 49, Nebraska 14. 22, Illinois 26, Nebraska 9. 22, Michigan 34, Nebraska 3. 2023, Nebraska, Colorado 36, Nebraska 14. 2023, 45-7, Michigan. 2023, 13-10, Iowa. 2024, 31-24, Illinois. 2024, 56-7, Indiana. 24, 21-17, Ohio State. 25, Michigan 30, Nebraska 27. And there's a big question mark on the USC game. Boy, that's a lot of losses right there, man. And some of them are tough quality losses. Not all of blowouts, but some of these are tight ones. When you look at when you can go look at the 2023 13-10 versus Iowa right there. You can also go back to the 28-21 Iowa and 21 in the Ohio State 21-17 last year. All right, guys.
All those one-score games that everybody thought we were the best one-score losing team in America.
Well, not most of them are one scores.
I know.
Hey, they've been winning some one-score games recently.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, turning it around.
Yep.
All right, guys. What do you think about the game last week, Kenny? We didn't get your thoughts on that part when we talk about the Nebraska versus Northwestern last week game.
Watching it and then going back and rewatching it again, there was some glaring mistakes on both sides of the ball. I think special teams saved you this weekend. So I said from the start of that game, special teams is going to play a big part in that game, especially with the way Northwestern plays and how they wanted to play. So there's going to have to be a big play on special teams. We were fortunate enough to get that big play. Northwestern bounced back. I think they're a tough, physical football team. We only allowed 1 sack, so that was good. I just think that when it was crunch time, we made enough plays to seal the victory. I know we got away with one. Everybody keeps talking about the refs and the missed calls, and they gave them one, but then they gave us a huge one at the end of the game without calling that pass interference. So, again, like Bock said, we're on the winning side of those one-score games now, and see if we can continue that. Bock?
Yeah, I mean, and again, kind of further diving into that game, the game plan, of course, was more heavily involved with Emmett Johnson this week. Was that a matchup thing, or do you think that's something we're going to see moving forward with Nebraska?
Listening to Dana last week saying he was going to try to get Emmett more involved, I think that was something that he tried to stay with. Then sometimes during the game he tried to get a little cute with some of the play calls. But then eventually he went back to Emmett and stayed with Emmett. Emmett has been our workhorse this year. Knock on wood that he stays healthy. He's been the guy. Like I said, I hope he continues to lean on Emmett a little bit more, and it's going to open up the pass game. So just knowing that, I think it was a matchup thing with Northwestern, knowing what they were going to try to do to us, finding their weaknesses and exploiting it. I think our run scheme this week was a little bit better, and they executed it more. They executed it more than they have in recent weeks. So if they can continue to execute on the offensive side of the ball and on the defense side of the ball, I think we'll be fine.
Whatever happened to that part in the student section when they have "Welcome to your worst nightmare"? You remember that right there?
Yeah.
They need to bring that type of stuff back.
Yeah, I mean that Blackshirt flag, that banner waving, and then all those. It can play a big part in the game when you have that kind of stuff, and other schools do it. I just think we need to do a little bit more of it.
Yeah, hopefully they bring that back, especially for this weekend with the blackout. It does look fantastic. I think it would, definitely help the presentation. Again, the day after Halloween, everything that kind of factors in there. Kenny, of course, this is the latest we've seen from Dylan Raiola. Less put on him, like we said, with the Emmett Johnson getting, more of the game plan on his shoulders. How do you kind of evaluate Dylan through this part of the season? It seems, last year kind of hit a freshman wall to a degree. Certainly not in that category now, but not putting up as big a numbers as he was maybe in the first several games.
Because you're playing against better teams. You're playing against better teams. They have more film on you now. So a lot of stuff that you were doing early on, you try to tweak it, trying to change up a couple of routes in certain formations. But they've been getting the ball out of his hands quicker. With the quick game, because if you looked at it last week, I think I saw a stat where he was 1 of 9 or 1 of 8 on balls thrown past 20 yards. But on the stuff 15 and shallower, he had a good completion percentage. So if you can continue to keep the quick game going, keep people off balance, again, that's going to open up your run game a lot more, and your run game is going to open up your pass game. So I think, like I said a long time ago, it's on film. Your weaknesses are on film. So teams are going to continue to try to exploit your weaknesses. What can you do to counter that? Do you have a counter off of that? I think last week they showed that they have a counter off that, get the ball out of his hands quicker and let him get into a rhythm.
Of course, part of it too was, it's kind of funny, as is usual with the offensive line, if they play poorly, we talk a lot about them. It's the whole week we talk about them. They played, didn't only give up 1 sack this game, and so there's not much discussion about them. But I did want to ask you, is that more game plan? Do you think that the team stepped up? Of course, there was the Prohaska injury, the injuries that kind of factored into that game as well. But how did Nebraska, and does Nebraska go from these games where they're giving up 7-9 sacks, and then just recently 2 of the last 3 games they've only given up 1?
Speaking of Teddy P, I hope that kid recovers from this, and he's a warrior. For that kid to be where he is now and battle back from what he's experienced, for him to be out there and then to have this happen again, I was fortunate enough to be part of the staff that recruited him, to watch that kid grow. I hope he has a speedy recovery and then, just go be successful in life. But back to what you're saying, it's just it's an execution thing. I think the O-line, with it being a makeshift O-line during the game, before the game, during the game, and then having to replace Teddy, and you know what you've practiced all week. You know what you've tried to get done all week in practice. Can you do it and execute it with the guys that were in there at that point in time in the game? I think for the most part they did, and not giving up but 1 sack. Kudos to them, and I think it was a game plan thing to try to get the ball out of Dylan's hand quicker so he doesn't have to hold the ball and get more sacks. So
I think that was the vanilla part of when Matt Rule said vanilla the week before. I think this play calling this week was vanilla to me because you had more rushing than you had passing yards. It was a good thing they kept it on the ground, and we can talk about offense, defense all day, but I think the reason why we're 6-2 is, like Riley W says, is special teams. And you take special teams out of this occasion, we're probably a 4-3 or a 4-4 or a 3-5 team. But when you look at the positions that special team has put us in this year, I think Eckler, if anybody deserves a raise, it's Eckler next year. If I don't care if he's the only coach that gets one.
I don't think. Necessarily we keep talking about raises.
Well, I'm just
money.
saying, if
give him more years on his contract.
Well, this is the part that I talked to Bock about last year. Instead of giving coaches these 6, 7, 8 year deals, give them a 2-year deal and let them figure it out after that, and just keep just keep signing extensions. We don't need to give coaches all these 8 years, 100 and something, $90 million. That in Bock, they only stay there 3 years. Then you end up owing them $50, $60 million. Let me get a job and you can $10 million for 3 years. You fire me in 2 days and give me the $10 million. I wouldn't even care about just like. Do you think Jimbo really cares about coaching again?
From
Ed Orgeron talks about $16 million. I'm talking about Jimbo's talking about $67 million. When you talk about who else just got fired,
Brian Kelly,
54.
James
Franklin, 49. I wouldn't care if I coached again if I was them.
But going back to what you said, the first thing you said was you think he deserves more money. No, give him another year on his contract. He's making pretty good money. I'm not trying to count his money, but give him another year on his contract because that way he's secured for another year. You know what I mean? And so again, he's done a really, really good job at turning that special teams around. And
I think when people don't understand is when you spend more time on special teams instead of making it a quick session and making it a real live thing at practice, it makes it a lot better. Because I know some coaches just go through the motions of kick team and just want to get it over with and get done and get rid of the rest of practice. Now, we used to do our special teams in the middle of practice. Like, we'll do offense, defense, and then we'll wait for a little bit and then say, special teams. So, and we'll go our different ways. But we really spent time on special teams under Coach Osborne and the way him and Mel Tenniper and Milt, Coach, what's the other one name was?
Coach Young? Or?
Yeah, Coach Young.
Dan,
Yep, Dan Young.
Well, guys,
Yeah,
hey,
guys.
Kenny, do you want to return a punt? Man, those two dudes were so funny, man. Oh my, no. But speaking of special teams, I mean, again, you had a guy when Bill Bush was on staff, he took pride in it. You know, that was his baby. He took pride in it. He was a guy that worked his butt off. He would spend hours, trying to figure out what we can do to get better on special teams. So Bill Bush was always going to be my guy. So he was another good one. And then Eckler, again, going back to what you said, if it wasn't for special teams, we probably wouldn't have the record we have now.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people talking about how they're scared of him. And he punches, he runs into you, he slaps you, he does all that. Yeah. I think he needs to stay away from
He's
me.
He's on that Red Bull. He's on
Yeah.
that, what's that new drink they have out here in Nebraska now?
Oh, that cranium.
He on that cranium before the game.
Yeah, that cranium is something else, boy. I tell you that.
He's done a really good job.
Yeah, I'm proud of Eckler. He's a nice guy, man. He loves his old school players.
Yep.
I didn't know he played at K-State with one of my boys that I still have a conversation with that we played against each other in college.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't know he was a K-State guy for the longest. But I'm still happy to have him here as a Husker coach now, and
have him back.
Yeah, to have him back, and to have these guys really excited about special teams. All right, Maroon 5 is in concert tonight at Pinnacle Bank Arena at 8 p.m. If you're lucky right now, you can win a pair of tickets to the concert, courtesy of Bock in the Blackshirt and 93.7 The Ticket and Kenny Wilhite Tuesday.
K-Dub Tuesday, man.
K-Dub Tuesday. For the tickets, the first person to text in the correct answer to the question wins 2 tickets to the concert tonight. We just need your cell phone number and email address to transfer them. Question: what member of Maroon 5 is from Lincoln?
Yeah.
All right. First texter to get that, you will get the tickets. But guess what? We're going to go to first. We're going to go to break first, and we'll get you when we come back. 93.7 The Ticket.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, scattered showers likely throughout the day. It'll be windy and cool with a high of just 49. Tonight, a chance of showers will be windy, the low around 42. Tomorrow, a chance of showers in the morning, otherwise partly sunny and windy, the high in 52. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's. I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers, crinkle-cut fries with Texas toast. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mike Smith, founder of The Bay. Join me every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for your weekly Disrupt, where me and local misfits will interrupt your drive time with this week's most interesting stories in sports, entrepreneurship, and culture. So tune in to your weekly Disrupt every Tuesday afternoon on 93.7 The Ticket, where disruption is just a phone call away.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here with K-Dub. Tuesday in the house. We have a winner. Bones is the winner of the Maroon 5 concert tonight here in Lincoln, Nebraska at 8 o'clock.
The correct answer, by the way, was James Valentine, who they've named the street right in front of Pinnacle Bank Arena has now been named James Valentine Boulevard. So,
Is it really?
yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty good.
Yep. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So he's going to
Bone,
be playing and, coming back. He's from my high school. He's a little bit older than me, but shout out Lincoln Southeast. But to come back and play at the arena there, they just named the street after you. It would be a pretty special night for James.
Yeah.
Sounds
What song is this, Bob? And can't get you out my. What's that? Is that
that ain't Maroon 5?
That's NSYNC. No, I don't
know what that one is.
I remember one. What is that?
Maroon 5.
They got one song I know for sure, but it's not my type. If we had some T-Pain out now.
T-Pain the other night. Yeah.
T-Pain was the other night here, Sunday night in Lincoln.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Did you go?
No, I didn't have any tickets. I wish I would have known that we had some. I would have went.
Oh.
I would have went to go see T-Pain. Bill DeVoe. No, not that part.
Ain't nothing but
the street naming is just for the day, Bock, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So
well, that's less exciting, but it's still cool.
Yeah. So I wish I can go home and have a Blackshirt Boulevard named after me or something, Terrell Farley Court or something, or something like that. Bock, let's talk about the baseball game last night. I know you got a big write up on it, so we're gonna talk about that part.
Well, it lasted long enough if you tried to stay up for it. 6 hours, 39 minutes. for the baseball game that went to 18 innings. Ended up being the Dodgers win. It was pivotal. Game 3. Freddie Freeman's home run in the 18th got them the win. Once again, they're 6-5 for the Dodgers. The most incredible stat for me throughout all of this is no surprise, Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani was on base a record 9 times throughout the game. He was intentionally walked in 4 straight plate appearances in extra innings. Also unintentionally walked on 4 pitches, his final at bat. All of that because he started off the day 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. If all that's not amazing enough, and I'm still trying, I should track this down and see, but he is slated to be the starting pitcher this evening too. So, I mean, Shohei Ohtani's stats are always crazy and just insane to see what he's able to do. But huge for the Dodgers, again, to win that game. The further that game went on, the further it felt like, the more pivotal it would be to take home game 3.
Yeah, I tried to stay up and watch that, man. I'm like, nah, I'm my eyes are getting heavy, but that dude is amazing to watch him do what he does on the baseball diamond.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I think people don't know what they're seeing right now with what he's doing on the diamond. I wanted the Dodgers to win. I mean, I didn't care who won last night because there was a hard fought game. I wanted the Dodgers to pull it out, and I fell asleep on it. So yeah, it's amazing to watch.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. I went to bed. I don't know if it was like the 14th inning or something, and they were running out of pitchers. I mean, they brought Kershaw out of the bullpen. I don't even know who finished. I got to look up who was pitching by the end of the night.
Yeah, at some point during the game, they said Toronto had 1 pitcher left. The Dodgers had none. If that pitcher that was pitching had to go past 2 more innings, that they would have to pitch a position player. So when they said that, I said, yeah, I'm going to sleep because if they pitch a position player, Toronto's going to win that game. So I went to sleep.
Kenny, did you see the robot dog on the field the other night?
I saw a picture of it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Here in Lincoln?
Yeah, for the Nebraska Northwestern game.
So what'd they run him out to do?
He just ran out with the dance team.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy.
You think Sorensen's worried that robots are going to take over the world? Are you at that point yet, Kenny?
Not at that point yet, but if they continue to, iRobot, the movie with Will Smith.
No, it's another movie out there. They have robots against. They got the Planners man, the Planners guy, and some other kind of robots and stuff that they hide and they come to life. They fight against humans. So I watched that a long time ago. Now here's the messed up part of college football, and this is gonna be real kind of crazy, y'all. LSU linebacker Harold Perkins will sit out the remainder of the 2025 season following the Tigers' 5-3 start, stating that he needs to figure it out. Speculation suggests he may enter the transfer portal this week.
Well, I think he's probably going to sit out and see who they hire. And if it's a good hire, if it's somebody that he thinks he can play for and have success with, he'll stay. But yeah, that's just the way college football is nowadays. And then he's not going to be the only one. I'm sure you're going to get more guys that do it on teams and then especially when bowl season comes around, you're going to see guys opting out of bowl games and jumping in the transfer portal or asking for more money or, just opting out of bowl games.
Yeah. He's an interesting guy too, because I mean, when he started, he was like a All-American as a freshman or something, with 7.5 sacks. And so he's supposed to kind of take over college football these last couple of years. I think he's only got 2 sacks in each of the last 2 years. Now, part of that, injury stuff like that coming up. But yeah, when you said that name, it was almost like a blast from the past. Like I forgot he was still playing.
Yeah. So again, that's this day and age of college football.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What do you think, by the way, about the Brian Kelly firing? Again, I always frame it this way because I think this is the craziest part about it, Kenny, is that he was leading. He had a top 20 team leading the number 3 team at halftime. The next day he was fired.
Yeah. Again, there's some things out there we probably will never know about, things that he's done to people inside the walls of LSU. He's probably rubbed some people the wrong way. He's a guy that wears his emotions on his sleeves and he's not afraid to show it. So I'm guessing there's a lot of deciding factors that went into making that decision. I don't think it was a decision made just because of that game. I think it was a decision made of some of the things he's probably done, said to people that he shouldn't have done and said those things to. So it's sad to see, but again, in college football, that's where we are today. I just wish that the kids didn't have to suffer for it. But like you said, like you see the kid already, he's already going to sit out and weigh his options to see what's going to happen there now.
Well, and I think the other interesting part about this, and I don't know if this happens to be, coincidence or a trend moving forward. We talk about it, and the game is being framed this week as a playoff eliminator between Nebraska and Southern Cal. Of course, a couple of years ago, that wouldn't be the case. Now, everybody looks at it and say, as long as you got 2 losses in the SEC and Big Ten, you're going to have a chance. Both Penn State and LSU firing their coaches after the 3rd loss of the season. Is that the new kind of standard, I suppose, for Big Ten and SEC teams? If you're heading into the season with playoff expectation, once you get to the 3rd loss, look out?
No, I don't think that's a standard. I don't think there's going to be the precedence in college football. I just think, again, both of those situations are probably different, but both of them probably have some similarities. Again, I don't want to speak on behalf of either one of those programs, but just speculating and from an outside in and knowing people that know those 2 guys, I'm sure they've rubbed some people the wrong way. So it's probably been coming down the pipe. And for LSU to pull the trigger and Penn State to pull the trigger, they knew that there was no turning back or going forward. They've reached their ceiling with those 2 guys as head coaches. So they want to try something different.
Bock, when we look at the Big Ten and the Indiana and Ohio State, they're in it for real. Like they're in it. So when we talk about the rest of the standings, Oregon, they didn't win by a lot this weekend. Now people are saying that I think they play Iowa.
Go to Iowa, yeah.
That might be a what we call those games, Bock? A
trap game.
Trap game for Oregon.
If you look at Iowa and you don't think you need to go in there and play lights out football,
yeah,
you're doing yourself a disservice. So if you're looking at Iowa and you don't go and you're not ready to play at Iowa, then something's wrong. So I wouldn't. Who they play after they play Iowa?
Minnesota at home.
Yeah, you can't be that. That can't be no trap game.
Yeah, so I wouldn't call it that, but they do. I mean, by the way, that's a bye week first, and then that will be the following week. That they play each other. Oregon still has USC, Minnesota, and Washington on the schedule, though. So it's there's still a pretty good schedule left in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa still has a great chance of making the playoffs. They're 6-2. I don't know who the rest of their schedule is when you look at their schedule.
So they've got Oregon, as we mentioned, then at USC, Michigan State, and at Nebraska.
Yeah, so if they can beat Oregon, they probably clinch their way in there.
No, because again, you just said it. Our game this week against USC.
Yeah.
Then Nebraska has UCLA, Penn State, Iowa, right? So you have to win out.
You have to. That's a big if.
Iowa, you have to win out.
Any team with 2 losses.
Any team with 2 losses has to win out.
Yeah,
in order to be in consideration.
I'm speaking on the Nebraska half.
No, I'm just talking about any team in the Big Ten with 2 losses.
If you look at Nebraska, you have to go look at history. First of all, for the facts of us ever in the last 5 years going undefeated in the week of November, the month of November.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a crucial part. But when you look at who we're playing right now, and we can go through this all day. We can go through Micaiah Lemon versus Sierra Wright.
Yeah,
that's going to be
matchup.
You talking about the number 2 receiver in the Big Ten who has 48 catches, 758 yards versus with 6 TDs. Then you talk about Sierra Wright, who only has 6 tackles for the year, but he has 6 pass deflections. So he's going to be very busy in the inside corner because he's going to be checking the slot guy. And then you got to look at the point that when you talk about USC's rushing attack, they got 3 great running backs. One hurt, but the third one gets down too. So you have to think about that part. Then Jalen Malvo,
yeah.
The quarterback.
Yeah,
he can hurt you with his feet.
He can hurt you with his feet or his arm. You're talking about a guy who's 145 out of 213 completions this year, 68% completions, 2,180 yards, 10.2 yards and average, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Then you can look at Dylan Riola, who's 170 out of 235, 72.8 completion rate, 1,909 yards, and a lowly 8.1 average completion, 17 touchdowns and 6 INTs.
So again, it just goes back to the quick game. Most of the quick game is going to be 5-yard routes. It's going to be slants. It's going to be hitches. So that's why his yards per reception is going to be low. But again, that goes with guys who's catching those short passes, being able to make people miss and get more yards after the catch. So
yeah, and that's lemons when you talk about that. But
yes.
I mean, it's just the way that Lincoln Riley runs his offense. That it's a spread offense, and they are gap runners. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not going to be a team that's going to try to get to the outside. I seen last year when they run in the inside and then hit the outside and get the boogie in with it. But this is going to be a game for Nebraska defense. Either you're going to do it or you're not, because this is probably going to be your best challenge on offense you're going to face the whole year.
Well, if they can hold the defense down too, it's going to silence a lot of critics who says Nebraska's pass defense is number 2 in the nation because of who they've played. This is the number 1 passing offense in the country coming in. So, if those guys if they want to prove it, you want to prove you're one of the best in the nation, there's no better opportunity than the number 1 ranked team coming in as far as pass offense.
You said it. You accept the challenge. Are you ready for the challenge? Are you ready to accept it? Execute your game plan, and then see where it happens.
All right, let's go to break, and when we come back, we'll be on the last segment of the day. Kenny Wilhite Tuesday in effect. I guess we can tell y'all what Kenny did last week. He been waiting for this the whole show. We just wanted to keep it for last and make him wait. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock in the Blackshirt. Kenny Wilhite, K-Dub Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: scattered showers likely throughout the day. It'll be windy and cool with a high of just 49. Tonight, a chance of showers will be windy, the low around 42. Tomorrow, a chance of showers in the morning, otherwise partly sunny and windy, the high is 52. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's. I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries with Texas toast. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Bonsall Pool & Spa's annual Spooktacular sale is here. Now through November 1st, get an extra $1,000 off hot tubs at an already low sale price and get $500 off the already low sale prices on infrared and traditional saunas. All hot tub water care products and accessories are also for sale for the Spooktacular sale, now through November 1st at Bonsall Pool & Spa at 33rd and Highway 2. Call for more info at 402-488-0148 or visit bonsallpool.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you,
the listener on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Bock and the Blackshirt here. Bones, I think he's going to send them to your phone, so just hold on, and I think Jake Sorensen is going to send them to you in the next few minutes. If he haven't already, I'll tell him right before the show when it's over, and we'll get those tickets to you. And I hope you have fun at the Maroon 5 concert.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. It's about towards the end of the day.
Towards the end of the show.
The day for me. It's called the day.
The
It's
day
over
for you?
with. Yeah.
Okay.
Try to get a little Call of Duty.
I was
in.
about to say, you finna go home and get on the game anyway.
Yeah, I need to get better. I'm good. I'm just, I haven't got banned in a long time. Been talking smack for at least 2-3 months now, but I'm getting better. That's a peace of mind for me, Bock, to go home and play Call of Duty. Takes a lot out of my day.
I was gonna say you were getting banned pretty regularly a couple of years ago.
How do you get banned off of Call of Duty?
Well, because people want to talk smack and then you say the wrong thing. They have people listening, or at least they say they have monitors on it. But yeah, I got banned a couple of times. I got banned for 30 days, 15 days, 15 days, 30 days.
But he found a loophole. He found a way around it.
Yeah, when you get banned from playing a video game, you got problems.
Well,
you got problems.
It says M for mature, but why do you get banned if you're talking in a mature game?
Yeah.
That part.
You got a point.
That part I don't get. But
And they just banned your talking ability, right? You could still play.
yeah, you can still. I mean, sometimes if you get
complete
caught,
ban.
if you get caught cheating, that's a complete ban. So and that's the thing about people who cheat in games like that. Like they have aim bots and stuff like that, and you could tell the ones who's killing. I mean, who's cheating, because when you play with a guy and he has 50 kills or 20, even 30 kills, like, man, how you run around and kill 30 people in less than 15 minutes? So you got to ask that part. And a little person like me might have 2 or 3 kills, and but the other day I had 2 kills and I had 9 assists.
There you go.
Somebody took like 5 of my kills, Bock, like, and I was like, dude, why are you stealing my kills? Like, stop it. But that's the fun part of it, though.
Assists are good too.
Yeah. Don't let Lil Jack get into that yet. Because me and my cousin talk a lot, and he's like, yeah, my son said he want to play you in Call of Duty. I said, no, don't do that. I don't want to corrupt your son, and I don't want to let him hear me toot my horn.
All right, come on, let's get to it.
We're gonna get to the picks.
Yeah, let's get to it, Bock. Make him happy.
It was a big week for Kenny. Was this the second week you were threatened to be booted if you didn't get to a 500 record?
Yeah.
Yet out of all of that, we picked 10 games, and Kenny was 8-2 on the week. Of course, that bested the text line and myself. We were 6-4, and Terrell was 5-5. Though he likes to argue because of his reverse psychology that maybe he should get that Nebraska game back. But in any case, big week, 8-2. The only games that you missed, Kenny, were ones we all missed. So we all thought that South Florida would beat Memphis and Kansas State. Kansas would beat Kansas State. Those games went the other way. You were perfect in picking Ole Miss to beat Oklahoma, Vanderbilt to beat Missouri, BYU to beat Iowa State, Washington to beat Illinois, Iowa to beat Minnesota, Cincinnati to beat Baylor, and the other one was A&M over LSU, and Nebraska over Northwestern.
Yeah. I told you, Washington is a very tough place to play. Those fans get into it. They're loud. Again, when we played them up there, they were so loud that I think we had to call timeout like twice because the quarterback couldn't get the checks out. So yeah, it was a fun week. Farley, you was bragging about it, and I couldn't wait to see you, brother. I could not wait to see you. 5-5, so you don't get to pick this week, right?
Who? You see my overall record? I'm number 2. Bock is still in last place.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Well, we do have, so in total victories, text line has 60, Terrell has 59, and I have 57. Since Kenny, you came on late, I did win percentages. Your 1911 record is now 63%. That ties the text line at 63%. Yes. Terrell's at 62%, and I'm at 60%.
Ooh, yeah. You got to redeem yourself this week, bro.
It comes.
It's coming. It comes in spurts.
Yeah.
Season is long. Hey, we do bowl.
We only got 4 more weeks.
We do bowl games.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we do bowl games. So
bowl games it is.
Yeah. Then we're gonna do that national championship. It's gonna be worth 5. Do like VJ. It was worth 5 games.
5 games.
Yeah.
When you get down, you need to.
You got to make some kind of way to put yourself back in it. Well, this game is worth 10 victories right here. So we gotta worry about that. Kenny, right before you leave, man, we're gonna call you again this weekend before Saturday's game.
Friday's picks.
What do you think about this USC team coming to town?
I mean, I've watched USC. I know they got a lot of team speed on both sides of the ball. It's gonna be fun to watch. It's probably gonna be like we said, it's probably gonna be our toughest test in the pass game. But they can also run the ball. So what are we going to do to counter that? And, are we going to be able to hold their big plays to a minimum and not turn the ball over? And we'll see. But it's going to be fun to watch. I think the weather may be on our side with a little of a chill in it. They're from California.
34.
But the big thing about it is they're coming off a bye. So
yeah,
they've had
38.
38. Yeah.
38 degrees.
Yeah, so they're going to have this will be their second week to prepare for us. So we just got to be ready.
Yeah. All right, LSU 5-day coach. Anything on that?
No, we talked about that earlier. I mean, I'm sure he's rubbed some people the wrong way. You're going to start hearing things come out, and that's what's going to happen here's the deal. I know, I was with 3 regimes here. When they fired Bo, the players were outspoken about it. When they fired Riley, nobody said nothing. When they fired Frost, nobody said nothing. So you're hearing a lot of negative things about Coach Kelly, and so that tells you a lot.
All right, Kenneth Williams is the Big Ten co Special Teams Player of the Week. We didn't get through any of our coaches thing, Bock, so I guess tomorrow we'll spend all day listening to Matt Rue, the DC and the OC tomorrow, and Window World Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be exciting to get through that. There is a few more things before we head out at the end of this show, because I wanted to tell you guys about the picks this week. The game lineup for that is not the best as far as like top 25 matchups. So I picked some spreads that are close. So just to give you guys an idea of what's coming up this week, Vanderbilt at Texas. That's number 9 versus number 20. Look out, Sark. If you lose that game, they've got a difficult schedule ahead too. Arizona State at Iowa State is interesting because Jeff Sims likely to be starting once again. Sam Levitt is likely to be out there. And some of the other better games, Oklahoma at Tennessee. That's at the same time slot as USC Nebraska. Utah is favored by 9.5 over Cincinnati, who's traveling in there. So that'll be an interesting one, as Nebraska fans has looked at Cincinnati all season long. Number 5, Georgia against Florida. That, of course, being in Jacksonville. Georgia favored by 7.5 in that one. How about Colorado last week? Arizona at Colorado this week. Arizona favored by 4.5. Will Colorado show up? They didn't last week.
Man, that was a beat down that them Buffaloes took. Again, Utah's a tough place to play. That's a very tough place to play. And we talked about trap games. Georgia going into Florida may be a trap game.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. We'll see. We're going to see how you pick on Friday.
Well, that's all right. We'll take on Missouri. All right. Thank you for listening to Bock and the Blackshirt here again on K-Dub Tuesday, only on the Ticket, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll see you tomorrow, Window World Wednesday, with 2-time national champion Todd Euler in effect. All righty, we out.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's. I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries with Texas toast. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with the fast-paced,